Malaysia to address extremism in international conference. Good afternoon, I'm RENEE FOONG on News on 2. Malaysia is prepared to host an international conference on de-radicalization to address extremism and violence that is happening around the world, as proposed by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the government appreciated the proposal made by the Indian Premier, who wanted Malaysia to share the approaches and methods used in making its de-radicalization process a success. He stated that the Royal Malaysia Police and Malaysian Prisons Department, as well as other enforcement agencies, are also prepared to share their de-radicalization methods, which had been used during emergency situations.
Penghargaan ini bukan hanya sekadar nota diplomatik, tetapi diberikan secara resmi kepada Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri. Dan ianya adalah merupakan satu realiti di mana pihak PDRM dan juga KDN, Jabatan Penjara dan pihak agensi pengangkasa yang lain telah melakukan satu SOP untuk deradikalisasi.
Based on a study, the success rate of Malaysia's de-radicalization program is 97.5%, and this was recognized worldwide. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, during a discussion with Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak in New Delhi recently, expressed the desire for Malaysia and India to host an international conference on de-radicalization in the near future. The Health Ministry stresses that all vaccines and medicine given to patients in Malaysia are halal. Its Deputy Minister, Datuk Seri Dr. Hilmi Yahya, in confirming this, denies claims that some medicines and vaccines provided by the ministry contained pig DNA. Datuk Seri Dr. Hilmi said parties who made such accusations did so without obtaining correct information and were relying merely on information they got from the internet. What was even more disappointing was that people actually believed in the claims. Datuk Seri Dr. Hilmi added that almost 90% of 856 health clinics nationwide had formed advisory panel to strengthen the health services strategy. The advisory panel aims to foster community involvement in the health service development. He also announced a 5,000 ringgit allocation for health clinics with the advisory panel. Tens of thousands Muslims gathered at Putrajaya yesterday for the Munajat Aksaku rally in solidarity in the struggle to free Jerusalem from Zionist occupation. The event was the highlight of the AXA Festival, which began on Friday. The event opened with Maghrib prayers led by the Imam of Masjidil Aqsa, Sheikh Khalid Mahmud Ahmad Shrateh, followed by a talk and a debate by international ulamas. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Seri Jamil Khair Baharom, who was at the event, stressed how freeing Jerusalem was the responsibility of each Muslim, regardless of political views.
Perhimpunan yang kita adakan pada malam ini, perhimpunan yang kita anjurkan pada malam ini untuk membuahkan hasil, untuk lonjakan bagi kemenangan perjuangan intifadah bagi umat Islam yang berada di Palestin, seterusnya membebaskan bumi Masjidil Aqsa yang menjadi kemuliaan kepada umat Islam.
The event also saw the attendance of World Union of Islamic Scholars Vice President Datuk Seri Abdul Hadi Awang. The AXA Festival, which ends today, is a three-day festival organized by the AXA Foundation in collaboration with the Islamic Development Department of Malaysia, JAKIM. In a foreign front, aid continued to pour in for Rohingya. Hollywood actress and UN Development Programme Goodwill Ambassador Tan Sri Michelle Yeoh was appalled by the plight of the hundreds of thousands of Rohingya who have fled to Bangladesh from Myanmar amid violence in the country. Tan Sri Michelle Yeoh visited a sprawling refugee camp in Bangladesh's Cox's Bazar district on Saturday as part of a Malaysian delegation led by its military chief. The team visited a hospital set up by Malaysia at Kutupalong camp in Cox's Bazar district and distributed relief goods in another camp.
It is very important we are here because what the Rohingya people are going through are despicable and is very, very tragic. It should not be allowed. Every single one of them deserves to have the human rights that it should be given to them.
Nearly 700,000 Rohingya have fled Myanmar since August after Myanmar security forces began clearance operations. The UN has described the campaign as ethnic cleansing. And back home, Andrea Catherine Gutierrez from Colombia was crowned the winner of Miss Tourism World 2017-2018, held in historical Malacca City last night. As the newly crowned queen, Andrea wishes to work hard to help strengthen the country internationally. She said that she is thankful for the privilege to have participated in such a beauty pageant and in getting to know Malaysia's landscapes, exquisite cuisines and diverse cultures.
Bueno, aunque fue un proceso muy largo, it was a very long experience, a very good experience. Pude compartir excelentes momentos con mis compañeras y la organización. She shared wonderful moments with all the contestants around all the world and with the organization Miss Tourism World.
Meanwhile, the first runner-up went to Janik Meseta del Castillo from Peru. Second runner-up went to Sarah Miletix from Serbia, while the third runner-up went to Lin Go from Malaysia. The fourth runner-up was Toru Amirlin from Mongolia. And that concludes this afternoon's News on 2. In our top story, Malaysia to address extremism in international conference. Join us again at 7 this evening. I'm RENEE Loretta Fong. Thanks for watching and have a pleasant afternoon.